Hello, 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 everyone. Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is the middle of the night. I can't sleep. Figured I would come down to the studio, finish off the zine that I should have had finished for yesterday. I'm doing the 100-day challenge. I'm using collage fodder. And so I just figured that I would finish the zine. Can't sleep anyway, so here I am. If anybody pops in, you're welcome to be here. Do a little chatting while we're here. You know, just going to kind of play. So I started the zine yesterday on my live Friends with Gene Peter, Friends on Friday with Gene Peter. And so I've got the flowers in place. They're all named. I've got the write-ups to put in. So I'm going to put the write-ups in. I want to do a little bit of more decor on the front cover. So I'm just going to be gluing down a few little flowers, cutting them out and gluing them down. And you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Oops. Let's throw things on the floor because that's a great way to start. Alive. Oh, well. There's all kinds of stuff on the floor I've knocked down. But I have no idea where that flower went. Guess I won't be using that one. Yeah. So I hope you guys had a wonderful evening. I was watching Malia's sale yesterday. Oh, she's got some gorgeous stuff. She does, she made those wonderful game board journals, and I just don't know where that woman gets all her energy. She's just constantly go, 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 going. So I know that the flowers on the inside of the journal actually have, I fussy cut them really close. I'm not going to be too worried about the ones on the cover. Hey, Anina, how are you? I know it's the middle of the night here. I couldn't sleep, so I figured I would come and work on this zine for my 100-day project. Get it finished because, then I have to do day 14. Yeah. It's 11 a.m. It is 3:45. 4:45 in the morning here. Couldn't sleep. Sometimes it just happens, right? You wake up and it just happens. So I don't know if I want to put a little bit of flowers between the words at the top. I don't have any of the flowers that I have created that are that small. Oh, I know mine is a really big mess too, and because we're doing the print in tomorrow, not Saturday, but on Sunday, I have to make a really big cleanup in here. But I figured, how do I fold the tall zine? I can show you. Paper. I just have to get one. I like the tall zines. Kind of fold them the same way, but instead of sideways, you go up. Okay. So you fold it in half this way. Long way. And then you go this way. Fold it in half. I know I probably shouldn't crease it really tight right now. Nope, that's the short way. Okay, so we go this way. Again, hot dog style. And then we go like this. It's still an 8, but you fold it twice. No, that's not it. Sorry. I'll get another piece of paper. That's the fat way. I've done this so many times. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit more tired than I thought I was. All's good. All is good. We'll do it again. We will do it again. All right. So I know we do it this way. Fold it like a hot dog. No, this isn't a hot dog. This is a hamburger fold. Right? Fold it in half this way. I know. Okay, so we do it this way. And this way. And the quarters. So, is this making sense? I have a lot more trouble getting the corners to stay nice on these. Like if you look at the back, my pages, they're all kind of wonky. They don't sit quite as nice. But, okay, so it's all folded the long way. From the half, right? You fold it in half and then you do them this, you fold this way, not this way. Show the difference, right? That's the way we normally fold it. So the 4 folds go the length. This one, they go the width. Does that make sense? And then you got to fold it down the middle one again. And that's when you do the cut along here. There we go. So then you've got the long, skinny ones instead of the shorter ones. Does that make sense to you? So it's a whole different playing field when you do it this way compared to the short ones. I've got short ones here. I'll just grab one. Because you've got much more width, so you can put bigger images. But this one, you kind of have to go really tall and skinny. I've done a couple like this. I can quickly show you a finished one. I sent the other one away. But this is the one that I did for the zine thing. So, you've got much more space this way to play. But like I say, the width-wise, I think it works out to like 1 3/4. It's just grab a ruler. See if I have a ruler someplace. My goodness. See, this is the other reason I need to come down here and get some stuff done because I don't know where anything is. So it is, I guess you need centimeters, right? Okay, no, those are still 16ths. We really need that ruler, Kim. Anyway, it works out to be just a inches wide, which is what? 5 centimeters, something like that. So what I did when I did this one is because I had 15 minutes to make it on the video that we were doing, I pre-did all the decor, so I just had to glue it in, and then I glued the hearts on after, like during the thing. So anyway, they're kind of fun. Totally different aspect on them. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm not sure if I want to put some flowers in there or just leave it like that. I did do write-ups about what the flowers are. I just kind of have to copy it and hope that it all fits. Yeah. So aside from cleaning your room, any other big plans for the day? Oh, you're welcome to me showing you. We are expecting a snowstorm starting this afternoon. So, yeah. See, I wrote a whole big paragraph. I'm not going to get all that into that spot. So I just kind of have to figure out the highlights of what I would like to put in. Or I could just do it point form, right? Let's just do point form. And I did this before. This doesn't work great. So, grocery shopping later. Yeah, I probably should go and pick up some groceries too. But, I mean, I've got lots of stuff in my freezer. We'll be okay. Grows best in the desert. I'm just making this up as I go along. Yeah, we haven't had much snow at all this year. It's really strange. And we just took a trip out to another province. So, and there wasn't much snow along our way there either. Uh, Grows best in desert like conditions. I'm going to put areas. Um, 4 foot. Bowl shaped flowers. Hey, Beth, you too? I know. I don't know what the heck this is. I don't like it very much. These flowers are they're collage work. So, well, not necessarily. It's like my painty papers. I cut them into shapes and then I draw stems. So then I scanned them, and some of the colors aren't quite the same from the scan and whatever, but I needed some smaller flowers because usually they're pretty big. I don't have my large ones, but I probably could fit a flower. It would be take up the whole page. Oh, thank you. Thank you. The other ones I do have on my Etsy shop for printing, but like I say, they're big, but you can always scale them down. Oh, thanks, Beth. I'm just playing. I just need to play. And I've got so many projects. I really have to finish stuff. And now I'm doing that 100-day project where I'm using collage fodder every day for 100 days. So, yeah. There's not much on my Etsy, just some digital stuff of things that I've done. I mean, I show you how to do whatever I do on my lives, but because I create so much bits, I figured I would scan them because not everybody makes all their own bits. So, anyway, I actually do have an Etsy with a few digitals in. So, what are you up to, Beth? Are you playing? Are you creating in the middle of the night? I figured I needed to get this one done so that I can do today's whatever I'm doing. Then I have to clean this up. No, you're just surfing? Yeah. I tried that. I've been doing that for 45 minutes. I says, oh, get out of bed already. It's crazy. All right. So this little flower is called lampetina. It grows best in the desert, in desert-like areas. It has a 4-foot bowl-shaped flower, high in phosphorus. Oh boy, high in phosphorus, very toxic, and glows in the dark. Yeah, might as well make up something really wild. And then I still have a little bit of space that I can add something else if I want. Meditation music. Yeah, Beth, I have tried that. Music doesn't put me to sleep. I usually have an audiobook on. But because I watched Malia's sale and I had headphones on, my headphones are cordless. So I was getting battery low talking, which normally I can sleep through, but I didn't last night or just now. So I got up. Oh, you're hanging out tomorrow. That's awesome. That's Sunday, right? She's going to be at your place for the print in. That's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to the print in. I think it's going to be exciting. I really am pushing that we all do it our way, right? Because we all have different styles. And there are so many people that haven't done any printing of any sort that there's got to be one of us that has a style that fits in with how they would do it. Because so often, when I first started doing gel printing, I was watching this one person and they were going for the high image prints that they could frame. I'm more into the stuff that I can use for collage fodder. Whoops. So I really think that with all of us having different uses for what we use our prints for, that a more variety of people will maybe start doing it and playing. Okay. So I'm going to do my prints tomorrow on, like you said, the cutting mat and on my old, like the plastic bag with the white foam in it. And I also want to use some of my styrofoam. I've got styrofoam that I put paint on and take prints from. You've only had your gel plate for a month? The people that I were watching, because they've done it for so long, they do like 6, 7, 8 layers of paint and they get these gorgeous effects and I can really appreciate them. But I hack my stuff up into little pieces to make little things. So when you've got an absolutely beautiful image that is frameable, I'm not about to hack that up. And I don't, but I mean, I wouldn't be framing that. I don't know. It's just me. I do it for what I need. And I think that's kind of what I want to get across to people, that they have to figure out what they want to use the gel prints for. Like I use them for ATC backs and everything. So to me, they don't have to be quite as elaborate as something that you would hang on a wall, if that makes sense. Oh no. Did you guys hear that chirp? That means my smoke alarm, and it is wired in, it's hardwired into my house, um, needs to be replaced. For your birds in February? Yeah. 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 That makes, that's just it. I have every available surface piled with supplies. I don't really have room for something to sit and dry. Like yesterday when Jean and I were talking and I did or working and I did the watercolor and I put it on that glass plate. I took me a while for me to find where to put it to dry so that it doesn't get knocked off. Yeah, her birds are amazing. I used to do a lot of paintings and I've sold paintings and I've done murals and like sold the murals, like got paid for murals and things. But I'm kind of at the stage where I like doing these little things because they make me smile. I don't know. That's what I like. Okay, good night, hon. Sweet dreams. I hope you manage to get some sleep. Okay, I will definitely. So you have a channel, Anita? I'm going to need to track you down. Is it under your name, I guess? Let's just go to this other screen here. I don't know if I follow you on Instagram either. We'll figure this out. Do, do, do. Oh, yeah. I need to find my mouse, my cursor. You need to come over here. Let's look you up on Instagram. Do, do, do. Is it Anina Zalud 75 or Anina Pure Creativity on Instagram? Which one do you use most? Pure Creativity. I see that Roll follows you there. Oh, I love your birds. Yep. So are you framing them and using them for greeting cards? What are you doing with all these beautiful babies? See, that's just it. I have stacks of gel prints because when you're doing gel printing, you get on a roll and you make so many of the silly things, but then you have to use them. But those are beautiful. All right, and I have your channel as well. Perfect. Subscribe to both. Subscribe to both. I think they would be lovely for greeting cards. I really do. but they're beautiful. Like, that's a lot of work. My birds are much more whimsical. I call them Goonie birds, and they're collaged together. I actually am working on having a whole set of them so that I can use them for a kid's book. Okay, not allowed to make money from them. That makes sense. They are very lovely. I can. I don't know if you've seen my. I do a lot of like little crittery kind of things. It's what makes me happy. And I figure if it makes me smile, it's going to make somebody else smile. Where are you, birds? Those. There they are. So I want to do them for a kid's book, like an alphabet book. And so the way I'm picturing it is there would be one bird up at the front talking about a real bird. So I really like alliteration, which is if like Mickey Mouse, the two M's it makes it alliteration. So like Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny. I like things with all the same first letter kind of thing. So I want to name these like Larry the Lark, maybe, that kind of thing. But then again, I want them to be talking about like real larks and have a description, just a couple lines of description for what, uh, some information on the real larks. They're getting kind of beat up because I just have them in plastic bags. But you can see that I use my gel prints and painty papers for them. But I have a whole bunch of them. And like I say, I'm working on having 26 of them. So I want them like in a classroom setting with one of these up at the blackboard talking about the real birds. And then at the bottom of that page, I want those printable lines where the kids can trace over the letters, the same blurb that is up at the top. So I've got quite a few of these. I keep adding to them. I don't have 26 yet, but it's getting there. Oh, thanks. But that's the kind of thing that I'm doing now. I like the little things. Yeah. I love kids' books, and I like the ones where they learn. I now have three, two great nephews and a great niece, and they're all under the age of 5, well, under the age of 4. So I was hoping to get the book done and dedicate it to them, or even try and personalize it a little bit so that um, I could do them up for them for Christmas, get them printed for them for Christmas. I'm thinking that if I just do it like a photo book, because all the images are going to be, can take a picture of them, right? With all the text and everything. I have to learn some digital editing for them. But yeah, I've got lots of ideas. I don't have. I'm retired, but I just don't seem to have as much time as I want. It's crazy. Do you still work, Nina, or are you a stay-at-home mom? Yeah, I am gonna go for it. I mean, I've got enough birds there that I could start with them and just add to them. But I have to lay out like the classroom kind of setting that I want. You know, I want it to be fun too. I want them to have kids' mannerisms so that one of the birds might be holding feathers up behind another kid's head and that kind of thing. Just, things kids do. Okay. Oh, yeah. I use creativity for my mental health too. Definitely. That's one of the reasons I'm wide awake. I woke up with an anxiety attack. It woke me up. So that's why I've got the peppermint tea. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I worked with elders with dementia. I worked in a nursing home. I was the recreation manager. It was a 200-bed home. So it's hard work. It's really hard work. I do have kids. I have grandkids, but they're all old. I'm like I say, I'm retired. This is my enjoyment now. I spend a lot of time down here in my studio. It's not really a studio because I don't have like nice bright natural light, but uh, it's where all my toys are. But I understand about the mental health issues. Sometimes you just have to be at home, right? And definitely art is a way of surviving because you can lose yourself in it. Yeah. It's nice that Switzerland supports you. I have two daughters and four grandkids, three grandsons and a granddaughter. My oldest grandchild is 22 and the youngest is 13. So they're not even at the stage where they need grandma anymore. Although they do like to come over for dinner, and the youngest still likes to come and spend a weekend here now and then. Okay, so I feel like I have bumped this table out because much more of me seems to be showing. Huh. Oh well. Yeah, my daughters are right around 40 years old. And they both work. They both got very good jobs. I'm proud of them. They're doing well for themselves. Yeah, I don't live in the States either. I live in Canada, but I know I have the same feeling. I really do. Everything that's happening with women's rights and um, the mass shootings, and it's, I don't know that I would be able to live there. Yes, the crime rate is lower in Canada so far. It is beautiful. I live on the prairie, so I don't have mountains or hills. It's flat. Lots of trees, though. We have lovely, lovely forests and lakes. Have you traveled much, Amina? Anina? I've been to Europe, but I have never been to Switzerland. That's what I'm saying. We had gone to um, another province for to visit Ron's sister. Oh, you were a child, like you've been here when you were a child? Very big. We went to visit Ron's sister last week. She's got a new grandson. So she flew from where she lives, kind of, yeah, we went around Banff area to see his sister. And so it was 12-hour drive. The weather was really good. Like I say, there was very, very little snow this year. Um, but it was close to both ways. It was like 3,000 kilometers. Big country, very big country. So yeah, you were in around all the mountains, the mountainous area of Canada. My granddaughter was working in Banff. It's very touristy but beautiful. Now she's living in England. So I don't know how much you remember of our mountains. Are they very comparable to the Swiss to the Alps? Like I don't know, are the Alps higher? And because you were totally on the west coast, you saw like the different ages of mountains that are here. I know very little about Switzerland. I know you've got mountains. I think, uh, yeah, we have lots more space. Lots more space. I have a niece that lives on Vancouver Island, and she doesn't like to come to Manitoba because she says there's too much sky. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're taller or not either. We definitely have lots of space. So the birds that you painted, are they acrylic? Do you use acrylic paints? Right. So kind of like each valley is a different area, and in each valley is there almost like separate kinds of cultures that, you know, locally here we've got different slang in different areas, and um, different, like some people farm grain, some people do the cattle. Okay, acrylic. Yeah. Yeah, I've just started playing with the watercolors because I see how much beautiful stuff Jean does with her watercolors. So I'm just kind of learning. These are the ones that I did yesterday on top of my acrylic stamps. Like the stamp, I've got wooden stamps that I use. And so I put watercolor on it. So I want to kind of doodle it the way Jean does her doodles. And then I'll probably cut out each square and use them. Okay, the German part isn't so different. Okay, French, Italian. So you have access to very a wide range of cultural dishes, for languages. Basically, we have French and English, but I mean, with the immigrants that we get, we've got a mixture of everything from German, Punjabi, Italian, Portuguese. Everybody's got their own kind of little groupings. And of course, they all bring their lovely food dishes so that we can have a really mixed culture of foods. Do you speak all four languages? Hey, Jasper. That's 4:30 here. Okay, Nina. I never did get this little booklet finished, so I'm working on that. Beth was just here briefly. She's gone back to bed. I am. I've, I wrote huge paragraphs, but there's no way I'm going to fit it onto the zine, so I'm just doing point form stuff. And then this one will be done. That's day 13. And then I have to figure out something for day 14. You know. You just surfing, Jasper, or are you working on anything? You still cozy in bed? I gave that up. I flopped around for an hour and said, done. Yeah, I was getting nowhere there, so it's like, yeah, get up. Usually I have an audiobook going. I've got cordless headphones, so but the battery was low, so I couldn't get read a story to fall back asleep. Yeah, it's peppermint tea. I had a bit of an anxiety attack that woke me up, so that's the other reason I couldn't go back to sleep. I figured a cup of tea and some doodling would probably be a benefit. Didn't realize how badly stained my cup is. Oh, thanks. I just, the middle of the night, I figured so many of us are awake in the middle of the night for no apparent reason. And, it's always nice having company in your misery, right? Not that I'm miserable, but it's the middle of the night. I know that tomorrow's going to be a rough day if, you don't get enough sleep. I know that Mary quite often streams in the middle of the night too. And Cal has streamed in the middle of the night. You know what? There probably are. There probably are. Not to mention, it's what, Friday night, Saturday morning? Bars have only been closed here for 2 hours. So I'm sure there's lots of. No, I don't. I've seen her name around. Yeah, some people are like that. And of course, yes, Anina, it's daytime for you. So when you watch us on our streams, it's nighttime quite often. You know what, Jasper? I used to be able to do that. I can't do that anymore. Can't do it anymore. I can get by on very little sleep, but then I don't have to go to work. If I don't feel like being a productive adult, I can read in bed all day. Yeah, it's I'm kind of boring. I didn't really have anything planned other than getting this zine done and maybe doing today's project, but I just thought I'd come on and see if there was somebody to keep me company, and you guys are lovely for that. Yeah, it's kind of rough getting old. I can't say that. You know what? Every day's a joy, right? Every day's a joy. You know, I did that when I was working, Jasper. 3 o'clock in the morning, and I would be up for like 2 hours in the middle of the night. Especially when it's around like between my 40s and 50s. Oh, yeah, it was crazy. Crazy that, you know. Was that because you had to go to work, Anina? Or was that just part of your routine? Two, they say that if somebody's dreaming about you, you will wake up. So maybe people are thinking about you. It's just routine now. Yeah. And can you fall asleep easy again, Anina? Or are you up for a while? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Jasper. I think that's why I liked staying up for a couple of hours in the middle of the night too. And I did go to bed at 9 because of that for a long time. I did. I get it. Oh, within 30 minutes. That's awesome, though. With me, it was like 2 or 3 hours. I was just wide awake. It was, but then I didn't have as bad vision problems so that I could actually read a book, and a lot of times that would help me go back to sleep, but sometimes I was up creating. I would go into the living room and put on a movie or some sort of series and sit and knit. Can I read what it says? I can read you the ones that I've got done. I thought I had written blurbs about all of them, but okay. Fan trashy flowers. I call them fan trashy because they're cross between fantasy and they are done from my scraps, so it's trash. So they're fan trashy flowers. The sweet, the foul, the sweet, the foul, the deadly. Yeah, it's hard having the various time zones, right, Anina? That we are usually on when you're sleeping. So this one is called a lampetina. Grows best in the desert like areas. 4-foot bowl shaped flowers, high in phosphorus, very toxic, and glows in the dark. That's this one. This one is the Transylvania transplanta. Thrives in moonlight, grows 2 feet tall with a single 2-foot diameter berry. Berry is the main ingredient in finger crunch soup. This is cornplantus. Grows to a height of 6 feet, long green ears of kernels, smells like swamp, and is edible only by shaggy coos. Crimsonet funneletta, funnel-shaped flower, grows to 18 inches tall with down-facing leaves. Excellent showpiece for flower beds, smells like week-old garbage. This one is Puntelletta petalocious. Interesting boxer glove-like flowers, very heavy flowers. Can be harmful in windy locations, packs a punch. And this one is Balloonica spikelia. Large balloon-shaped flowers that smell like cotton candy, and I haven't finished writing that one up. And this one is Pichuca houndsbane. So it's going to have something about it's a pitcher plant, collects water, but the spikes are dangerous. So yeah, a little bit of whimsy. Thanks. They are fun. I was telling Nina about the kids book I want to do with those Goonie birds that I make. There's so much I want to do. Well, Jasper, I try. I try. I wanted to try and do them like Latin sounding, but I have no idea how Latin sounds. I know that there's lots of cusses, or maybe that's Greek. I don't know. Anyway, I had fun. Had fun. Okay, so it smells like cotton candy. Uh, what do the spikes do? Thanks, Jasper. You know, I just need to play, and my mind never shuts off. Never shuts off. That's why I have to have headphones on at night so that my mind will actually focus on the book so that it's not running rampant and going, oh, you can do this and you can do that and you can do this, you know? Uh, Fun spikes. I don't know. We'll find out. Fun spikes. Wave in the slightest breeze. It could taste like cotton candy or it could taste like swamp. Yeah, see, I also, you know, I want to write a book, but with my monsters, I want to use the monsters and I want it to be like an adult kind of dating book so that they, instead of like romantic walks on the beach, it would be smelly cuddles in the swamp and that kind of thing. So I want to use some of my monsters for a adult kind of dating book, and then I want to use some for stickers with snarky sayings. Uh, yeah, exactly. Loves partners with that fart. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's the exact kind of thing that, yeah, the ideas just keep coming. And the monsters, I was on such a kick of making monsters, I've probably got close to 200 of them. But like I say, it's just play, play. Okay, so um, tastes like a balloon though. Tastes like a edible, but tastes like rubber. There we go. Because it's a balloon plant. You know, when I was cleaning the other day, I've got stacks of monsters everywhere. And then I came across this one, like I haven't even cut them out yet. These are my monsters, some of them. So what I did was we painted blind. So I had my paintbrush and bits of paper, and I put a plate over the paintbrush, and I did painted squiggles. So like I couldn't see what I was painting. I just kind of had my hand underneath to make sure that I was staying on the paper. And so then I turned all the, it was almost like a ink test, right? Like what do you see in the blobs? So that's how these guys came about. So those are, like the ones I want to do in the books. The dating book. I think they would actually, my oldest grandson wants to have a tattoo of one, but he can't decide which one he wants a tattoo of. And then I had a girlfriend. I've got a girlfriend that we'll sit up till 4 in the morning and chat. Yeah, monster dating for dummies. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Um, so we named a whole bunch of them. So they've got names, but I tried to get one of my grandsons to sit down and help think of, you know, the kinds of foods they would like, but he wasn't in the creative spirit because I figured he's 13, so he would have 13-year-old boys humor kind of stuff, but he wasn't playing as much as I expected him to. But yeah, I think a book like that could be kind of fun. Don't know how many pages I want it to be, but I'll get to that too. I want to do it so that it looks like a dating site. Not that I've ever been on a dating site. I have other ones that he has helped with, but for some reason, he really wasn't on. I think because it was like dating and he's 13, and so that's not where his brain is right now. He's on a video game kick. Go figure. They do help me a lot with various things, though. I've got them to do gel printing for me. They help me in the kitchen if I'm baking or cooking. So, grandson that'll be 12 in May. They have a very interesting sense of humor, do they not? The other grandson just turned 6. My grandsons are 18, 15, and 13. And I have to cook for an army when they come for supper. It is. It really is. See, when they were little, we would do story games. Like I had a recorder that I could record stories onto the computer. So I would start it with, you know, way down deep in the forest, right around the corner, they lived, and then the kids would carry on with sentences, right? And so we had some incredible stories. I've got all those, but they're not into it anymore. You know, they're just they're kids, but they're not kids. Totally different world. Totally different world. Mad loves? I don't know what a mad love was. Mad libs. Oh, I didn't have those as a kid. I'd never seen them until my kids were about 8. And then we did a lot of Mad Libs. See, with the two younger boys, at Christmas time, their mom does Christmas Olympics. So she comes up with all these wild games, including charades and Pictionary. And she always gets me to do the prompts for the charades and Pictionary. But I think last year they were kind of like under duress. They didn't really want to participate, but in they have to win so many points in the Christmas Olympics, and then she's got prizes, for how many points they get, and it could be anything like from scratch lottery tickets to game controllers to a new game for their video game, that kind of stuff. So they do it under duress now. But yeah, it's they do. They grow up totally different. Totally different. They don't really like to go out and play. Now they don't mind going out and walking around town, but it's they never these ones never played sports. My oldest grandson played hockey and football and softball. They're so different, eh? So different. Um, yes, yes. I'm hoping they have fond memories. See, I miss having littles like that. I have a friend whose kids, all three of them are under 10 years old. So she'll bring them over so that I can have a play date with kids. And we paint and we make a mess. And they love coming here because I don't care if they get paint on the floor down here. I don't, you know, glue, it's wipeable. So they'll come over once or twice a year. Usually she just likes to come because it's her escape place. Okay. I haven't done a zine swap. Anina does beautiful paintings. Her birds are incredible. Okay, so this is the last one. Pichuca houndsbane. Pit, pitcher-like flowers hold waters after a rain. Feral dogs who drink from the plant may be harmed from the deadly spikes. It's done. The zine is done. Yay! Yay, yay. That's ready for pictures. I could swap a zine. See, this is what I'm saying. These tall ones, I can't, sometimes I just can't get the pages to line up nicely. You know, they want to go their own way. Yeah, yeah. I tried leaving a space. That's not too bad. Another one to decorate. I think today's play is just going to be some journal cards. I've got hunks of a master board that I cut up. So I think I might do some journal cards. Well, I like the ones with the big black. I don't know that I want to do 4 of them though. I'm going to do 3 journal cards. There we go. I think I want to use... I had all this stuff organized in little cups, like all my bits that I wanted to use. I had it sitting on the stool underneath. I forgot it was there, and I kicked it over, and so now all my bits are like that. See that I need to get some organization happening. I really do. My thing is that I go on binges of making things. Maybe I'll do 4. Thinking the color might be too heavy for these flowers. Does lives. Jasper's going to be one of the ladies who is working on the print along on Sunday. Yeah, these just get lost. Now what? Maybe I should use some of this. Textured bits I did on my stream on Tuesday. I mean, there's a lot of texture in this background. I don't know how well you can see it. I wonder how it tears. Oh, look, it tears very nicely. I like collage. But I like to collage. I have collaged pictures. And I do a lot of floral collage. But it's more like here. This is my floral collage. Intensely orange. Yeah, that turned out really nice. Oh, thanks, Jasper. I went on a kick of these, and I must have done 40 of them. All different. And then, of course, I was sending them to people. And I've used them in journals, so I don't have very many left. But I did put some... I scanned them in and put them on my Etsy shop. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with these. Let's pull out the bits box. You know, I think these would look lovely on there. Something like that. Well, for that, I think the orange is too close. I think I need something different. Out. Okay. You don't belong in this one. Let's see. Let's see what I can do with this stuff. I think those are too little. Need medium-sized ones of those, like this. Kind of like those. Yeah, these are on book pages. So what I did was I put some paint down on a lid, and then I took another lid and I dipped it in and kind of swirled it around and did like dots, and then I just painted some leaves between them so that I them. I really like the viney ones. So like I said, I took 2 or 3 different colors of paint and I just used like lids. So they're painted, but I have one more. But see, this is what happens. Then I use them and I have to make more and I end up with stacks. Stacks. I think these are too big. Yeah. Not the big ones. Don't like those ones. No. Yeah, I like the long, skinny ones too. I don't have any more. I use book page for painting on, pretty often. Same kind of thing. Had some paint left over, just put on book page and then doodled on them. Somehow I feel like they need some green, solid, straight lines. Okay, those, you belong in here. Or I can use these kinds of flowers. Kind of like those too. I like the purple roses. I don't know what I like better, if I want to use them both. So like if I had this down aside, cut this in half here, use it here and there. Well, so I've cut this in half. I could use half here, half up here, this down the side, and then I could doodle with white on that. Let's cut this. Let's cut this. Yeah. We're just going to cut this in half. We'll cut this one down. Where? To there. To there. You'll have to go back. So this would get glued down. That would get glued down. And then if I had this here, paint a green line across and put a little dot of something on the textured paper. And I think that would be a cute card, a journal card. The back is clean. Okay, let's just start gluing this stuff down. Let's move this off the desk so I have room to work. What do you think? Green, let's put the cap back on this for a minute. Let's take some green paper. I have green paper. This has to go across. It would go across like this. Not sure. Not sure. I put white dots or something on the black. Doodle on the black. And I want a dot of something on there. Just a small dot. Where are my small dots? That's not small dots. I normally have a container on my desk with small dots. I got bits everywhere. And then something like one purple dot on there. Maybe, maybe. Is that too much? Hey, Pam. Hi, hon. I have been online for an hour and a half, and it's 5:15 here as well. Couldn't sleep. Woke up with, you know, and then you can't go back to sleep, so I figured I would come down and do something productive. Does that work as a card? Does that green swear at everything else? Should I take the green out? I just figured it needed something else. Feedback, anyone? For this green? You know what? I'm going to put the green down. I'm going to put the green down. I'm going to start with the green. Yeah, it's early in the morning. I figured there had to be other people up. I couldn't be the only whack job up in the middle of the night. Not that you guys are whack jobs, but you know, you know what I mean. Like, do you usually get up this early, Pam? Oh, is this glue going to even stick? This piece is waxed. We're going to try it. We're going to try it, see what happens. Oh, thanks, Pam. I just love to play. You know that. So I'm going to put this textured piece down, see how that works. Oh, which side? This is the wrong side. Ah, we'll see how well this sticks down and if I lose the texture from it. In which case, I'll have to think of another way to use this stuff. Well, we're going to have issues with this one. I'll just put a couple of little clothespins on it to hold it in place. This long fin thing is going to go up this side. And yeah, I'm kind of doing a mass make where they're all going to have the same elements on, well, the same style of elements. Not that I'm going to use them all in the same journal or anything. Yeah. With me, it was an anxiety attack that got me up. Because you can't get a good night's sleep. Not allowed. Nope. So I cut the flower in half so that I can use it in two separate places on the card. Yeah, I understood that. 8:30 p.m. This is dollar store glue. And the only reason I bought it was because I like these containers. I refill it with my glue all. So we're testing it. We're testing to see how much we like it. Okay, so when you put a clothespin on it, you kind of lose the texture. That's good to know. So still trying to decide if this green stripe is swearing at it or not. I haven't quite decided yet. Do you take anything for your pain, Pam? Then, oh, I lost it. What? One just little purple dot over here because I can. Does the green stripe swear? And should I doodle with white on the black? Oh, or maybe a metallic gold. I think a metallic gold would be lovely. You don't think that green white stripe swears at it? Okay. Just needs doodling. Just needs some doodling on. No, I think that's going to go right along the edge. Wait. What am I putting? This one? Let's cut this first. Yeah, it's going to go across the top. Across the top. Going to try it this way. These green strips, I put them on a texture plate and I did a rubbing on them with crayon. Don't know how well you can see the crayon. I'm trying to get it to focus. So I did it. Did a rubbing on crayon, and you only do Tylenol. Doesn't help. Yeah. I use CBD oil lately. But I don't have to take it every day. So I don't know if it's just a placebo for me or if it actually works. Okay, so I did the texture plate and then I did a wash with green acrylic. So these are interesting little green stripes. No. Doodle white. Yeah. Put this one maybe on this side because the other one's on that side. Gotta switch it up just a little bit. Yeah, I can't do any NSAIDs or anything. I'm allergic to them. So basically, I'm limited to Tylenol. And I don't want to start taking Tylenol yet because you can build up an immunity to it. Yeah, you're right. White would be best because the gold would maybe push it over the edge as too busy. Okay, Anita, thank you very much for keeping me company. I hope you have a lovely day. So I'm going to cut this one in half. I think I just want quarters of this one. Do you guys do that? Chop your stuff in half and then... Don't know that I want this on here now. Well, we'll use it anyway. We'll do it. We'll put it on because I put it on the other one. I'm allergic to ibuprofen. I wish I could take it. My girlfriend, who suffers a lot, she alternates so that she can take pain meds every 2 hours instead of every four. So she'll take Tylenol at 2 and then Aleve at 4 and do that so that... Okay, and now we're going to cut it like this. Exactly. That's why I don't want to take it. But I mean, if that's all you've got chance of or choice of, it's what you take because you got, right? You just do. Have a girlfriend with fibro who takes extra strength Tylenol or Tylenol, the ones that with codeine that you can get over the counter. It's hard. It's really hard living with pain. Okay, so this glue dries really hard and chunky because I used it on glue yesterday. And you know how a lot of times you can pull your stuff apart so that you've got oxy? Oh, oxy's brutal. Oh, okay. Well, I'm lucky that right now the CBD works for me 99% of the time. And like I say, I don't know if it's just placebo effect or what, but I figure it's not as harmful as taking Tylenol or something like that every single day. Nope, not the green one. Two, and I will doodle the black with white. Yeah, I was on medical marijuana for a long time. Hey, Dane, I know. I've been on for almost 2 hours already. woke up with an anxiety attack and figured I'd come down here and focus on something different. So, got some lovely ladies keeping me company. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Pam. Fibro's so debilitating. Oh, my heart goes out to people with fibro. It really, really does. Oh, look, I've got this green as well. I'm going to use this green. It's wild and bright. Beth was here for a while, Dana. She went back to bed, though. She was fortunate enough that she could go back to bed. I am working on my 100-day project. I figured it'd be something to do before I have to start cleaning this up for our printing tomorrow. Thank you, Pam. Do you do journals, Pam? Yeah, you're going over to her place. That's what she said. That you're coming to play. But I thought you were going Sunday so that you'd be there for the printing. Ah, nice. I love jelly printing with friends. I really do love jelly printing with friends. Oh, which one did I decide was going on here? You know what? I don't think I've got enough to go. I might have to just use a small piece. Doesn't have to go top to bottom, right? Just because the others did. Oh, you're going to be there both days? Okay. Very cool. I should really go and visit Barbara Chicken Pot Pie and Sherry Habing and Janine. Janine? They're all in Winnipeg. That's like half an hour drive from here. Excellent. What are you using for your found objects? It's a secret? Okay, no problem. No problem at all. There, that disguises that I don't have a whole strip of flowers there. I am using the bottom of a tray. First, I have to find it. And I've got a couple of, I've got a crystal bowl that I want to use. The bottom of that produces really, really nice prints. It's funny because, got it from the thrift store, and the lady at the counter goes, "What a lovely bowl. Are you going to use it for candy?" I said, "No, for paint." And the look she gave me, my goodness. I thought she wasn't going to sell it to me for a minute there. Oh, that's a cool idea. Very cool idea. I like mass making like this because it goes fast. You know, they're the same but different. It just seems to work well for me. Bet you've got beautiful weather down there. We're expecting a snowstorm starting this afternoon. Snow and freezing rain. Yay! Slide up. Thank you. That's awesome. Well, Barbara Chicken Pot Pie, Sherry Habing, Janine Levick, I think her last name is Lubrick. Um, they all live in Winnipeg. And seriously, it's like 25 minutes from here. But my car wasn't great for the highway, like my old car. I didn't want to take it on the highway. And now we've got the new one, but I haven't driven it very much, so I don't feel confident enough to take it to the city quite yet. Hey, Chris, welcome. Nice to see you. We're just kind of having a little bit of a craft and chat. I'm working on my 100-day project collage using collage fodder. Maybe green. Let's use green. What kind of tea do you have, Jasper? Just regular tea, or do you have an herbal tea that you're drinking? Yeah, it's 5:37 here too. I've been on for 2 hours. It is what it is. This one just gets chopped off here. Green tea with ginger and honey. Nice. That's gonna go there. Maybe a little higher. Let's put it up here. It can go at the top this time. Yep, yep. I like having journal cards ready made so that I can just use them and tuck them in wherever I need them, want them. All right. Couldn't resist. Eh? You have to play too. What else is there to do at this time of morning? Oh, you teach at 7? Okay. That's an early class. It's got to go here. I think it's going to go there. These are I'm using little bits of this textured stuff that I did on the napkin gut thing that I put on the texture plates on Tuesday. Want to see how well they held up with being glued down. Wow, that's a long day, Chris. That's a long day. Okay, chopping this one in half ish. Yeah. Awesome, Jasper. Oh no, there was another flower stuck to the back of it that I chopped up. Well, that's sad. It's not like I'm lacking for flowers, though, guys. Not lacking for much of anything that I've got. I've had these um, taped down with double sided tape, and I scanned them into the computer so the tape sticks to other things in the envelopes, and that's why I chopped that up. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, I forgot to add this one. Well, was going to go on that side, but getting carried away here. Okay. Preparing lessons. That's a lot of work. Do you get paid at home for doing that? The teachers here do not. If they're not in their classroom, they do not get paid for any extra work that they put in, which I think is a crime because that's their time that they're spending marking and stuff. Yeah, I've got some house chores to do today too. But I mean, I'm not going to vacuum at 3 in the morning while Ron's sleeping. I don't think that that's fair to the poor man. I guess I could put a pot of soup on before I came down. Chopping vegetables doesn't make lots of noise. This glue, it's dollar store glue, as I said. It is very, very thin and runny, so it really gushes out the edges. I need a dot, a colored dot. How about red? Red and white? No. Orange? I could do an orange dot. Orange dot. So they all have the same elements. They've got a big flower that's cut up. They've got that textured paper, the doodle lines, a strip of green, and a dot. Yeah. Okay. That's good that you can use it for that. So there's another one done. And I am going to doodle on the black with white. Last one. Last one. There's a lot of black on this one. Okay, green stripe first. You can go right in the middle. Right in the middle. What you working on, Jasper? Now that you're down in your studio? Pam, do you do much hand stitching? Or do you use a machine most often? So I opened up an Etsy store, guys, and I really don't want to start getting into that thing where I have to have or make inventory for sale. So I want to just sell digis. But I've got some ideas of stuff that I think would sell. But do I really want to do that? Like, I don't know. Check email? Okay. Yeah. See, that's what I was saying, Jasper, that we have 20 minutes. So what I want to do is I want to prepare a bunch of just solid color, like black backgrounds or whatever, so that I can just use that it's already ready to go, if that makes sense. So the very background, if I don't get chance to do it, I've got the backgrounds made. And then do the stenciling and whatever else on top. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to use my gel plate for that or if I'm just going to scrape paint. Haven't decided yet. I might just scrape some paint. Be faster, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Because, once you start gel printing, you start pulling out the stuff. Well, I do. Yeah, I'm going to have everything ready to go too. But like I say, I'm not using my gel plate. I'm using the stuff I used before I had a gel plate when I was just deciding if I liked it or not. So I can cut this flower, or I can use this half, which is okay too. It's okay too. I can go in the corner. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I could do that as well. My thing is I need to decide what I'm going to do on what printing surface. Unless I'm going to do all 5 prompts on each surface. You know what I mean? Have them all laid out. I don't know. Just don't know. So, you know what? I think I just want to use the half a flower on this one. That way I don't have to cut that one. This stuff can go back in the bins. Back in the bins. Yes. Yes. I have done mono printing with plates. I've got them over there actually. Acrylic plates. I just haven't decided if I want to do that or not. Because ah um yeah. I just want people to see that they can use anything they've got really for the printing. Yep. What I was doing was was taking the 2 plates, putting acrylic paint on them, and smushing them together. And when they're apart, they get all those those feathery, fingery things. What are they called? Starts with an E. I know what I can see the word. Can't remember it offhand. They make lovely these. I'll show you. I still have to put a dot on that. Oh, where are they? They're over there. They are over here in a bag. I don't have any colored. Again, this is things that I want to do. There's a lady on Crafting Mamas. Is she on Crafting Mamas? I can't remember where she is. Anyway, she does these, right? The single prints. And then what she does is she takes pencil crayons and she turns them into landscapes. So she uses, the greens and the beiges and the blues and creates waterfalls. It makes them into absolutely incredible hillsides and landscapes and, you know. Okay, Chris, take care. All right. All right, all right. Have fun in the balcony. So yeah, I quite often take those if I have my pencil crayons with me upstairs. I'll take them upstairs so I can color them. And they make lovely, lovely landscapes. Okay, well, I have no idea what color dot I want to use on this. Ah, a pink. I have a pink. I'll put a pink one. There we go. We'll put the hole punch holes back in the bin. Just listening and sipping your tea. Awesome, Pam. Okay, so these, I can either put them away or I can throw them in this bin beside me, into the collage fodder bin that I dropped on the floor. Saves me having to pull that stuff out, and I can just go through that and grab stuff. I figured this would be a good challenge for me, using collage fodder for 100 days, because I have enough of it, and then I created a whole bunch. And I don't think I've really made anything to use in this, so far. I'm using, the stuff that I've done on my lives, like this, the textured bits. But the other stuff I had, so it's collage fodder, correct? Very awake. Okay, white gel pen. I have a white gel pen. I know I do. Oh, where would I put it? You know what? These paintbrushes can go back up there. Here's my white gel pens hiding back here. I try and have as much stuff right handy as possible, if that makes sense. That's why I end up with such a mess, because I like to keep it where I'll use it. All right, so we're going to doodle on the black. I can see the black under that. Maybe I should have doodled them first. Too late. We're going to do dots on this one, because dots are fast and easy. So that one actually goes this way, so this one gets dots. Just trying to see which way the lines flow. This one can have stripes. Okay, so if you get that napkin gut textured stuff really wet, it's translucent. Very cool. Very cool, guys. These ones? These flowers? Or these flowers? I did do digiprints. When I did these ones, I scanned them in, but they weren't really good prints of them. So I'll probably end up making more. But I did the large ones like these as digiprints. I'm going to scan this in and get that ready to go on Etsy as well. But if you print them on photo paper, they come out lovely. They really do come out lovely. But these ones that I used, I just printed them on regular copy paper. That's those little ones I just showed you. They come out pretty nice. Some of them you might want to add some pencil crayon to, but for the most part, I think they I like them. And like this one, I think that would be lovely in a vase on a goth journal kind of thing. Oh, you did buy those? Okay. You got them from Shelley's sale? Yeah, these ones are littler. The other ones are what? There was what, 8 on a page or something? I'm getting to it. Slow but sure. But these ones, these ones you're talking about, those ones, yeah, I'll make a set of those and put them up. I still have a bunch left, various colors, but I actually really enjoyed making those. Yes, yes, yes. But you said both, like these ones as well. Okay, so I like the doodles on the black. What do you guys think? And I definitely like the white. I think the gold would have been too much. What do I want to do here? Let's do like a zigzaggy thing. On this book page a little bit closer. Okay, one done. Yay! Yeah, I think I'm gonna put on a big pot of soup when I go upstairs. Not sure what kind. Maybe a beef barley. Sounds like a plan. I can't remember. I probably really should have doodled them beforehand because I'm not quite sure where each of them go. I'll go this way. And you guys turn your work so that you don't drag your hands through it. I'm so bad for dragging my hand through the wet ink. I didn't see if you answered me, Pam. Do you do most of your sewing with the machine or by hand? You know how sometimes you just draw an absolute blank for the doodles? Two done. Oh, no. There's a big black thing over here. Two dots. Circle things. Circles. There we go. Two. Three more to go, guys. Then I'll head upstairs and do some cooking. I don't know if you guys are like me. I like to get my cooking done in the morning so then I don't have to stop later in the day and have to cook things. I think this is just one big loop. So we're going to start over here. Yeah, that's the way I feel too. Like I have so many projects that I have to finish that I really shouldn't start anything new. This though, I'm using like I've had these tags cut up and in the bin probably for a year. So I'm considering that I'm finishing them by doing this 100-day project and doodling on them because now they're going to go in the bin so I can just take them and put them in pockets in the journals. Right? That they're done, they're ready. If that makes sense. And because I'm doing the collage fodder challenge, I'm thinking I'm going to end up using up a lot of my bits because I've got so many bits. And I'm always creating more. It seems like every live I do, there's, now these ones are ready to be doodled on. Well, I mean, they were already ready to be doodled. But, I just keep adding to stuff that needs further doing. So I think that goes like this. So we're going to go. That definitely goes all the way up there. Do you have one of those fancy embroidery machines, Pam? My sister has one, and they do such a lovely job. I mean, I'd never get one. I have three sewing machines. They're all down because they're old and they need fixing. But I don't know that I want something else to play with. Like I've bought a Cricut and I've had it for 3 years now, and I can cut vinyl, but I can't make it dance and sing like other people do because I just haven't. And I mean, I can make the time to sit down and learn how to do it. Thinking this goes this way. These are not ATCs. These are from a master board that I just lopped into pieces. These they vary. This one is okay, 2.5 by 3 3/4. This one's 2.5 by just over 3, like 3 1/4. This one's 3 by 3.5. Yeah, no, they're not ATCs. I think I lopped these up beforehand or just for the heck of it for tags because these are all my ATC blanks that I need to do. I have a serger and I don't really know how to use it either. My sister's come over and showed me a few things. But I don't really like sewing clothes. I wanted it more for um, when I was doing pajama pants for the kids for Christmas because everybody wanted pajama pants for quite a few years. So I did like 12 pairs of pajama pants each year for Christmas. These are just going to be cards that I stick in pockets and journals. Like they've got a nice back so that they can write on the back. Yeah, I've got a bin. Well, I just showed you the bin of ATCs. I have one of 3x5s, 3x4. Yeah, twinchies, inchies. Because I just hack up my gel prints so that they're ready to go a lot of times. I was in Joni's group for swapping ATCs. Got some lovely ATCs. There's so much talent out there. Really appreciate it. So I don't know where you go. You're just little. You do a lot of crocheting? Yeah, I love crocheting too. I have to get these guys finished. My birds. Again, more projects. I started making them, I call them little peckers. Um, but I do these little crocheted birds with beaded wings. I don't know if you can see the beads. My daughter suggested that I make birds to hang on the Christmas tree. And then she said, but I don't want any because my cats will eat them. So I've got a bin full of bodies here. Some of them have tails attached. The wings are ready to go. I just have to do them. Too many ideas, not enough time. Yes, I want to do boho bags in the worst way, Jasper, with fringe and some beadwork. I would love to make some boho purses. Definitely, definitely, definitely. But see, I'd like to have somebody here to play with, to do that with, right? To throw ideas back and forth, to go. Yeah. I have a friend down just a couple of doors down who paints, but she's not interested in journal stuff or. Yeah, Jasper, that would be lovely to do. Absolutely lovely because I like doing beadwork. It's not much I don't like doing, but I've got a bin again, like probably 5 or 6 beaded hearts. This one's nowhere near finished. I don't know if you can see the outline, so I've got a fair bit to go. But I thought something like that on a boho bag would just be stunning. Too many projects, guys. I have too many projects. But yes, I would love to do a boho bag with lots of fringe work and. Well, thanks, Pam. Oh yeah, I so much I want to do. So many projects on the go. But that's okay, right? Because it helps keep the anxiety down if I can be busy. But yes, I would love to have somebody to play boho bags with, Jasper. That would be absolutely fantastic. Really, really would. I've been looking at them on Pinterest. Yeah, exactly, Pam. And I'm so fortunate that my husband says, "You're happy doing it? Just do it." Another one done. Yay! One more to go. And I've got so much fabric. I've got everything from upholstery fabric to quilting cottons to just some organdies and stuff. Exactly, Pam. Exactly. Because it really does help refocus from days of pain or anxiety, you know. Well, it does for me anyway. You know, Jasper, I had thought of doing that. I really had thought of doing that. I had also planned on trying to finish a project a month, which means I shouldn't really start any new projects. But streaming, I find that a lot of times I start something new because I don't want everybody to be bored with the same old, right? But I mean, one of the big things I've got to do is that alphabet book. I'm trying to get my sister-in-law to um, work on it with me. Printing on Monday, Tuesday for painting. Yeah. Weekend for finishing. Yeah, yeah. I was going to have like Fridays was supposed to be like a finish it Friday for me. And I just don't seem to get around to finishing things. I've got a peace post sitting on my desk that I have to finish painting. Oh my goodness. Exactly, Jasper. Exactly. I like doing these I don't know. Come back here. Come here. These I know that I've shown it before, but come these snippet tassels that Janet Nash was doing so that you do you embroider or put beads or buttons on each strip and then you can use it like a snippet roll. But I'm not going to chop it up because I like the tassel as fun and fringy and embellished as it is. Yeah, weekends are the only times I get to spend with my kids and grands, with everybody working in school. So I don't like I've got my Sunday stream, but yeah, I've got a few of those that I've done. It's one of those carry along with you and do kind of things. But yeah, I was thinking like a fringe at the bottom of a boho bag and then do something like that to it. It would be just wonderful. It would. I don't know where these ones go. I just have too many ideas, is what it is. Too many ideas. And right now, I've got a whole bunch of t shirts to do for the great nephews, t shirts and onesies. Sunday for slow stitching. My other thing is, I've got arthritis in my hands, so some days I can't do much of anything. But yeah, yay, they're done. They're done. Just want to take a black, and draw these circles. All right, I think these are done. And I do like the way that this napkin guts textured stuff worked. Oh, I've got books full of ideas. notebooks full of ideas. But I mean, I've got things that I have to do, like my mural on my garage door needs a coat of paint. It's needed a coat of paint for a couple of years now. But with all the smoke in the air, I can't be out there. So, but my garage door definitely has to get done this year. Um, of course, I've got a big garden that and I just ordered a whackload more lilies, so I have to dig a new flower bed. I do these things to myself, right? But then again, like I say, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to put on a big pot of soup. The nice thing is that probably half of it I will put it in the freezer. Yeah, one thing in one day at a time. I try. I really do try. So I'll put half of it in the freezer. So some days I don't have to cook. I can just play as long as I like. I mean, there are some days that the arthritis is that I can't even get down here to the studio. Woohoo! That's day 13 and 14 done. All right, these can go back in the tag bin. Yeah, I know. I know. Exactly. That would be a lovely thing. That's one of the reasons I'm putting my digitals, like I'm doing the digitals, is because I didn't think I'd ever get to using these flowers, right? Or the flowers. So I want to see what other people are going to do with them. So, I mean, I've got flowers, I've got my robots on there. I haven't done a blessed thing with those robots. I've made lots of them, but where are they? They're in a bin somewhere on my desk. But I mean, these are the original flowers that I did. So those are not even on but I don't know what I'm going to use these for. I really don't have a clue. I got stuff everywhere. Not and I've got these all ready to go to do another rude book. I would love to see what people are doing with them. I really would. Nobody's posted anything with them yet. I'm waiting patiently. And then when Jean and I were doing the alphabet monsters, or alphabetics, I'd like to do an entire alphabet with creatures. I think I just need to make a bunch. If I do stickers, then I would want to print them and send them from here. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Do I really want to sell product, or am I happy with selling the digitals? Yes, Janet is. She really is. I just do it because it makes me happy. Okay, I'm going to cut these guys out and throw them in the bin. Awesome. I haven't finished mine yet. I haven't finished that journal yet. Not yet. I'm close to done. I'm over halfway done. Maybe that's what I could work on today. get the last of that done, and then that's off my to-do list. Do you guys make lists of things that you have to do? This is the third scavenger hunt that I'm doing. Third year. I've got 2 complete. Post-it notes. Yeah. Dee Dee has she's got a book where she keeps her ideas in. So I started doing that, but you think I can find the book? No. I put it somewhere safe down here because I was writing ideas in it, and it's somewhere. We had an issue with one of our joists beams twisting, like in the basement. So we had to take out a whole bunch of walls. So I had a lovely, lovely set of pegboards that Ron had made me. So it opened like a book, and I had like, well, I guess they were 3 feet wide by 4.5 feet tall. So I could use both sides of it. Because, like I say, it opened like a book. And it was hanging on the wall, but that wall is no longer there. So everything that was on those pegboards is in bins. I don't know where anything is. But obviously, I don't really need it because I haven't used it in so long. Crazy. Just crazy. Yeah. Yeah. That's just it, right? A smaller one because there's so much other stuff going on. I was, I got away really lucky because Jean and I had done the entire alphabet in ATCs. So I just used those. I mean, really, we don't have to do all the prompts. We could just say, we're done at 50 and not enter her giveaway, which, is fine too. Exactly. So many ideas. Like I say, that's why I go to bed with an audiobook on. And even when I'm working down here, a lot of times I've got an audiobook on because as much as I love watching everybody else, I don't need any more crazy ideas. Like, well, I do, but I don't, you know? I've got a journal. Well, I don't have a journal yet. I'm working on finishing it off, but I want to do it with all my paper dolls and um, the momisms that I've been collecting. It's not so bad with the ideas that you come up with yourself because you can mull them over for a bit. It's when you've got somebody else that you're watching on screen and they're doing something and they're excited about it and it's really well catchy, so you have to try it too. Like that grid journaling. Oh, I loved that grid journaling. It's contagious, guys. It's just contagious. But I mean, I didn't need to do the grid journaling. And then I was watching a lady who was doing her clusters, but she was doing them in a book so that she could just rip one out as she needed it. So I've got a book of clusters going. I have my bits book going where I take the little scraps like that and glue them in and then doodle on them. It does. But the ones, Jasper, don't you find that the ones might not be a good idea, but you can elaborate on it and turn it into something feasible? Bits box. Doesn't that make sense? Like when we were doing the zines and I saw those lovely words that you had handwritten on paper. So I can't write, well, I can, but whatever. So now I don't even like using words in my stuff as a rule, but I had to make words because I loved yours so much. You know, it's like, what the heck? It's just bizarre, right? It's we just feed each other, guys. We really do. We just feed each other ideas, and it just never ends because there's always something that is like, hey, I can try that. I've got those supplies, or I don't have those supplies. What could I use instead, right? No, when you were doing the journals, when we were doing the zines, you had some words that were handwritten, black marker on white bits of paper. I loved them. I don't know if they were your handwriting or if you copied them from somewhere, but it's like, I really like the handwritten better than the typed ones, you know? And yeah, I do collect words from magazines, etc. But I don't even remember what I used those words on. Must have been another zine. Oi. No, wasn't a zine. It must have been cards. I have no idea where the cards are. Anyway, you know, there's just so much you want to do. And then you end up with all these little bits like this, and you have to figure out how to store them. Me too, Jasper. Me too. So, but I bought metallic gel pens because they look lovely on the black. Somebody else was using them on a stream on black paper. So I figured, well, I've got all kinds of little bits of black paper that I could put words on. Why? Why? Why do we do this? But like I say, I've got all these lovely things that I want to color and make landscapes out of. I've got this entire bin. It's not even a bin. My to-go book with all kinds of things to take along to doodle, right? Because Ron makes me all these lovely stamps. So then I stamp them onto book pages and then I doodle on them and I use them as collage fodder. Exactly. Exactly. It is great therapy. It really is. I mean, for the last few streams, we were doing, like, I was working on it yesterday because I wanted to get I make these little signatures, and I sent a bunch to Jean for Defy because I've always got paper. So 10 pages, turn it into a signature, send it down. But I kept a bunch, and so I've been decorating them with the different things we've done on my stream, like the snippet rolls, we've done dangles, we were doing borders and edgings. So I was just throwing them into this zine. So now the pages are all decorated. I just have to stuff them. And I'm trying to do a cover for it. So I pulled out a piece of fabric, put it on the file folder, and I don't like it with this. So I have to dig out another piece of fabric. But then Saturday should be your journaling. Yeah. Having these things, because a lot of times what I do, if I'm going to be using these as text box or whatever, I put them in there right away. Because I mean, these are on I always lose that word, cardstock, a thick cardstock, and then they've got another layer on top because masterboards, right? So they would make like great pockets or tucks or whatever. So if I had a journal that I was working on, once I've got pictures of these, I would probably glue a few in. So there's always like one of these beside me so that I can just add stuff to it. And that's how I get my journals done. Does that make sense? So my journals are always really eclectic. They're, Anyway, so I've decided that these little 10-page signature things, I'm going to use it as a journal. Because by the time I have all the pockets stuffed and everything, there's going to be so much writing space in here, I could sell it as a journal. I have no idea what I would charge for it. But anyway, so I do manage to get stuff finished eventually, but I hate making covers. I've decided I don't like making covers for journals. My covers are fugly. I don't think there's been one that I've done that I've actually liked. So I've probably got like 7 journals sitting beside me that I have to do covers for. I don't know. I need a taskmaster to say, no, this is what you have to do. Because I can't do it for myself. Just can't do it for myself. And like I say, then you go to somebody else's stream and you just want to do what they're doing. Or do you ever go down the Pinterest rabbit hole? My word. It's brutal. I wonder if turning off the devices would help for a day. Maybe. That way you don't have that stimulation from what other people are doing for a day. And you can, or I could focus on getting something done. And Nina wanted to know how to fold the tall zine, and of course I folded this one wrong first time round. So I'm just going to zine it and put it in the pile of to be dones. And you know, I could probably do the same kind of thing with zines as that signature. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. I'm just rambling now, guys. I should probably let you go. I've been on for 3 hours. I got stuff accomplished, though. I got yesterday and today's stuff finished. And I really shouldn't start on anything else. I should really focus on getting this cleaned up for the print-in tomorrow. ADHD? Yeah, I got ADHD. Surprise! Awesome. Awesome, Pam. Fussy cutting. That's a relaxing thing. It really is. I'm not very good at it. So when you fussy cut, Pam, are you using stuff from magazines? It does, Jasper. It really explains a lot. Really, really does. See? Again, ugly folds. Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be fun playing. It's gonna be a fun print day. So are you cutting out of magazines or are you cutting out your own stuff? I want to make some really bright colored prints tomorrow. I think I'm only going to pull out like yellow and red and maybe black. Have a wonderful day, Pam. All right. I'm saying goodbye. Long bye. Thanks very much for being with me, guys, because I couldn't sleep. It was really nice visiting, and I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate anybody in the balcony, any replayers. And so I kind of went off on tangents about middle of the night blathers. You know how it goes. You don't need any more inspiration, Jasper. That's just it. Okay. Have a lovely day, folks. I will see everybody tomorrow at the print-in. It's going to be fun and exciting and a bit of a challenge, I'm hoping. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye now.